Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. We all love our feline friends, right? They're our fluffy companions, our purring buddies, our little shadow ninjas. We give them the best food, the comfiest beds, and an endless supply of toys. But what if I told you that, without even realizing it, we might be accidentally terrifying them every single day? Today we're diving deep into the secret fears of our cats, uncovering the surprisingly common things in our homes and habits that can send them into a state of panic. Stick around because you might be shocked by what you learn, and understanding these fears is the key to a happier, more confident cat. Let's start with something we all have: mirrors. Have you ever seen your cat arch its back, hiss, or puff up its tail at its own reflection? It might look funny, but to your cat, it's no laughing matter. Cats don't have the same level of self-recognition as humans. When they see that reflection, they don't see themselves. They see a strange, unfamiliar cat that has suddenly invaded their territory without making a sound or having a scent. This intruder mimics their every move, which can be incredibly intimidating and stressful. It's a territorial threat that they can't scare away, and that constant perceived conflict can lead to chronic anxiety. So if you notice your cat is frequently spooked by a mirror, consider covering it or moving it to an area they don't frequent. Next up, let's talk about eye contact. In the human world, direct eye contact is a sign of confidence and sincerity. In the cat world, it's a threat. A hard, unblinking stare is how a dominant, aggressive cat challenges another. When you stare directly into your cat's eyes without blinking, you're not telling them you love them. You're essentially saying, "I'm the boss and I'm challenging you." This can be incredibly unsettling for them, especially for more timid cats. So, what's the polite way to make eye contact with a cat? Try the slow blink. Look at them, and then slowly close and open your eyes. This is the feline equivalent of a kiss or a friendly handshake. It tells them, "I trust you, I'm relaxed, and I mean no harm." When your cat slow blinks back, you'll know you've successfully communicated your affection in their language. Now for something that fills our homes: smells. A cat's sense of smell is their superpower. It's about 14 times stronger than ours, and they use it to understand everything about their environment. While we might love the scent of a citrus-scented cleaner, an essential oil diffuser, or strong perfume, these can be a full-on sensory assault for our cats. Strong citrus, mint, and pine scents, in particular, are often used as natural repellents because cats find them so offensive. These overpowering smells can mask the familiar sense of their home and their people, which they rely on for security. This can make them feel disoriented and anxious. Even worse, many essential oils like tea tree, eucalyptus, and lavender are toxic to cats if ingested or even inhaled in high concentrations. So, opt for unscented, pet-safe cleaning products and be extremely cautious with diffusers and air fresheners. A clean-smelling home isn't worth a stressed-out or sick pet. Let's move on to sounds. We know loud, sudden noises like fireworks or a vacuum cleaner are terrifying for most pets. That's a given. But what about the more subtle sounds? The high-frequency hum from certain electronics, the crinkle of aluminum foil, or even the hiss from a can of soda can be extremely jarring to a cat's sensitive ears. They can hear frequencies far above our range, so that silent TV charger might be emitting an annoying, high-pitched whine that's driving them crazy. Think about it from their perspective. A sudden, sharp, unidentifiable sound could signal a predator. Their instinct is to run and hide. To help, try to be mindful of these everyday noises. If you're unwrapping something crinkly, maybe do it in another room. When you notice a specific sound bothers your cat, you can try to desensitize them by associating it with something positive, like a treat, from a distance, but always respect their need to retreat and feel safe. Here's a big one that many well-meaning owners get wrong: changes to their environment. Cats are creatures of habit. They thrive on predictability and routine. Their territory is their kingdom, and they've meticulously mapped out every corner, every scent, every safe spot. So, when you suddenly rearrange all the furniture, bring in a big new sofa, or even just move their food bowl, you've essentially thrown their entire world into chaos. That chair they love to sleep on is gone. The path they took to the window is blocked. This isn't just a minor inconvenience. It can be a source of major stress, leading to anxiety and even behavioral issues. If you need to make changes, do it gradually. Introduce new furniture one piece at a time, leaving old familiar items around for a while. Let your cat explore the new object on their own terms, maybe leaving treats on or near it to create a positive association. Routine is security for a cat. Let's talk about visitors. You might be a social butterfly, but your cat probably isn't. When a new person enters the home, they bring a whirlwind of unfamiliar sights, sounds, and smells. They're loud, they move unpredictably, and they might even try to gasp, pick up the cat. For a territorial animal, this is like a giant unknown creature barging into their sanctuary. Their instinct is to either hide or become defensive. Never ever force your cat to interact with guests. This will only reinforce their fear. Instead, always make sure your cat has a safe, accessible escape route, like a bedroom or a tall cat tree where they can observe from a distance. Inform your guests to ignore the cat completely. Let your cat decide if and when they want to approach. If they do come out, the guest can offer a treat or a slow blink, but should never force an interaction. Patience is everything. Another surprising stressor can be other pets, but not in the way you might think. We're not just talking about a dog chasing a cat. I'm talking about resource guarding anxiety. In a multi-pet household, a cat might feel constant low-level stress about access to their essential resources: food, water, litter boxes, and prime napping spots. Even if the pets seem to get along, if there's only one food bowl or one litter box, the more timid cat might be too intimidated to use it when the other pet is nearby. This can lead to them not eating enough or having accidents outside the litter box. The golden rule is to have one resource per cat, plus one extra. So for 2 cats, you should have 3 litter boxes, 3 water stations, and separate feeding areas. This ensures that no cat can ever be blocked from accessing what they need, dramatically reducing social stress and competition. Have you ever tried to put a cute little sweater or a festive costume on your cat? While some rare cats might tolerate it, for the vast majority, this is a terrifying experience. Being constrained by clothing is unnatural. It restricts their movement, messes with their body temperature, and covers their fur, which is packed with sensitive nerve receptors. It can make them feel trapped and helpless, as if they've been caught by a predator. A collar with a bell can also be a source of constant auditory irritation, disrupting their stealth and causing anxiety. Unless it's a medical necessity, like a recovery suit after surgery, it's best to let your cat's beautiful coat be their only outfit. They are much happier and more comfortable in their own fur. Finally, and this is perhaps the most important one, unpredictability from you, their favorite person. Cats bond deeply with their owners and learn their routines. If one day you're calm and gentle, and the next you're suddenly loud, moving quickly, or grabbing them unexpectedly for a cuddle they don't want, it's confusing and scary. This inconsistency breaks their trust. They can't predict whether your approach means a gentle pet or an unwanted squeeze. Always try to be a predictable and calm presence for your cat. Learn their body language. An upright, twitching tail can mean excitement, but a low, flicking tail often signals irritation. Respect their signals. When they come to you for affection, that's the time for cuddles. When they want their space, give it to them. Building a relationship based on trust and respect is the single best thing you can do for your cat's emotional well-being. So there you have it, some of the most common but often overlooked things that can terrify our cats. It's not about being a perfect owner, but about being an aware and empathetic one. By understanding the world from their unique, sensitive perspective, we can make small changes in our homes and habits that make a huge difference in their happiness and confidence. A less fearful cat is a more affectionate, playful, and healthy companion. Thank you so much for watching today. What's something that you've discovered scares your cat? Share it in the comments below. Let's learn from each other. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more tips on how to be the best cat parent you can be. We'll see you in the next video.